Aloha kako. I'm Dan Sythe. I'm Executive Director of the Whale Song Project on Maui, which is a project focused on the ocean health. I've been designing radiation detection instruments and systems for 31 years, and I've worked with groups ranging from the Western Shoshone Nation with problems around the nuclear test site there to Hanford and 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl. And so I'm trying to bring, I live on Maui now, I'm a resident of Maui. My favorite job is playing bass for Auntie Gordine Bailey's Halo, learning the Hawaiian language. And I look to the Hawaiians for answers. I look to the Hawaiians for true science. The Hawaiians understood that what happened at the top of the mountain affects the reefs and whether there's fish and whether there's a healthy life. Astute observers of nature. I listen to them. My experience in citizen monitoring, I worked with Dr. Carl Morgan, the father of modern health physics, with a Blue Ribbon scientific panel that was addressing the problems at 3 Mile Island after the accident there. And the psychological impact was one of the big things that was looked at there. You can't have a healthy community if you're stressed. And if you have real-time monitoring and you have a transparent monitoring program that all the citizens participate in and everybody knows what's happening and there's scientific people that the people trust, then people sleep better and people are more relaxed. If they know they'll be alerted if something goes wrong, then they can sleep at night. And one of our most successful monitoring programs that I've been involved with is still active up around the Seabrook community up in Massachusetts, and we have a real-time monitoring system up there. And one of the key things that I think is important about the way that's implemented is that the state taxes the nuclear plant, and they fund an independent citizen group to do the monitoring. And I think the independence is really, really important. Complete transparency is really important. And there have to be, I cited a document with these fine people earlier. I want to thank you guys for coming out. And again, I told them earlier not to take anything I say personally. But I have a question, and that's that I live in California, and we have 3 plants licensed by the NRC on fault lines. And then 3 Mile Island, there was an accident. They called the NRC. Nobody answered the phone. And I know that's all ancient history, but just within the last couple of years, according to the New York Times, the NRC somebody set up it was a federal investigative agency to see whether terrorists could get nuclear materials. They set up a bogus company. They made up the name of the company. They made up the name of individuals in the company. They got a mailboxes, etc. address. They applied for a license for high-level radioactive sources. They were granted the license. And then they applied for an increase in the amount of materials they could get. And my question is how can we make sure that the NRC is going to treat our community better and be more careful? How can we sleep good at night?